I think after Harry was born, the relationship seriously broke down. It just hadn't worked out like both of them expected. And even before the wedding, Diana had serious doubts, and so did Charles. Charles's friends, his close friends, warned him, this is not going to work, Charles. She's too young, she's too naive, and you're an imaginary prince. She doesn't know you at all.
Diana confronted Camilla about her adulterous affair with Charles in 1989, while they were both attending a birthday celebration for Camilla's sister, Annabelle Elliott.
I think Diana was terrified. It was a big party probably on 3 or 4 floors, and she looked around, where's Charles, where's Charles? And then she realized that he must be downstairs on the lower level in the sort of basement area. And she went down there, and there they were. She just confronted Camilla and said, I'm not stupid, I know what's going on. Diana was shaking with fear and rage. On the way back in the car, she was just in hysterical tears. And her protection officer, Ken Worf, was with her, and so he confirms all this, that she just sobbed all the way home, and I don't think Charles said a word.
But I think that was the turning point, really, of the relationship, because soon thereafter, I think Diana had then given up any hope of a reconciliation.
In the summer of '92, a recording of Diana speaking to one of her friends, who actually was her lover, James Gilby, appeared in one of the newspapers. The transcript of this recording was unbelievable.
Frankie said to me today, she said, I should manage your behaviour down there, and we talk about this too. And I said, Frankie, how long before you? She said, oh, don't worry, the end should come. A lot of people talk to her about me, but she can't help.
No.
Her at all.
I tell you, I think she's desperate to hang on to your coattails.
No, she can't.
No, she absolutely can't. I need to make that quite clear.
If you want to be like me, you've got to suffer.
It was an extraordinary, explosive moment. And really, there was very little that the Queen could do after that.
Over time, her struggles with bulimia and depression became increasingly difficult to hide, and as her marriage began to deteriorate, she eventually spoke candidly about the divorce and her hardships on television, something the royals had never done before.
You inflict it upon yourself because your self-esteem is at a low ebb and you don't think you're worthy or valuable. You fill your stomach up 4 or 5 times a day, some do it more, and it gives you a feeling of comfort. It's like having a pair of arms around you, but it's temporary. Then you're disgusted at the bloatedness of your stomach, and then you bring it all up again.
The only secret Diana ever kept from me was the Martin Bashir interview for Panorama. I was sent home on a Sunday afternoon. Strange, I thought. Why would she be sending me home? Go and spend some time with your family. I'm doing nothing this afternoon. Don't worry about me. The next morning I came to work, I noticed all the furniture had been moved. Why have you moved the furniture? It's not in the same place. I had a dance class. I had to move the furniture out of the way just so that we could exercise. Strange, very strange. She avoided me for the next 2 days, never spoke to me. And then she told me that she'd made a recording with Martin Bashir for Panorama. What have you said? Well, I just put the record straight, she said.
I think every strong woman in history has had to walk down a similar path, and I think it's the strength that causes the confusion and the fear. Why is she strong? Where does she get it from? Where is she taking it? Where is she going to use it?
Something like 31 million people stopped in their tracks on that Monday night and couldn't believe what they were seeing. The Princess of Wales bearing her heart on national television. We couldn't take our eyes away from it. We couldn't believe what we were hearing.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.